time, in the 80s, for sure. In the 80s, good look and everything like that. Good look, good body, and everything like that. And again, the guy's a great athlete too. But that's enough, and that's what you want. And people were plenty into guys that weren't necessarily the best wrestlers if they had the right look. I mean, that's the business was filled with people like that. It's just changed, and part of the thing is why that they do not have the casual audience they used to have. They have a hardcore audience, so the hardcore audience has very different likes than the casual audience. And I know they're thinking like, well, you got to book for the casual audience. Well, guess what? When you have 3-hour Raws every week, that doesn't exist. You've got a certain audience, and they are very loyal, and they'll buy tickets to the big shows, and that audience is going to watch. It's their freaking religion. And when they don't like it, they're going to complain, but they're going to still watch because that's what hardcore fans do. Casual fans, it's like you burned them out by trying to give them too much product. They don't want to keep up with it, and they've moved on, whether it's to whatever they're doing on Monday nights, whether they're just, I mean, hell, I know people who were wrestling fans for life who don't watch Raw and don't watch wrestling because it's just like, look, I'm not going to spend 3 hours on a Monday night watching this. So they haven't recognized that because they still are under this delusion that everything's fine. Our ratings are down, but that's because we have social media and it's just people are consuming different. And there's don't get me wrong, there's some truth to it. But they're fooling themselves in a lot of ways too. And I mean, the whole thing is like the key to them fooling themselves is when you go to these shows and you have a big audience as opposed to a small audience. When you have a big audience, there were 14,000 people. They told the truth on the attendance tonight, by the way, which is like they almost always, whenever they do an attendance, an arena attendance, it's 3,000 markup, and they told the truth. So there's 14,000 people plus in this show, and when you have 14,000 people or 80,000 or 90,000 or how many people they're going to have at WrestleMania this year, with their real loyal audience, those people don't like Roman Reigns as the top guy in the company. That's just all there is to it. They don't. And it's not like this is like something that's like subtle. It's not like it's something that has just suddenly happened. This thing happened a year plus, a little, was it about, when would be figured about? But 13, 14 months ago, it was pretty clear that this was happening. And they just, what can I say? They know better, but they don't know better. It's like, I know they think they know better. I know if I was in Vince's shoes, I would have that feeling. I do know better because I've been able to manipulate people for 30 years and everything, and all that. But it's like you do understand the casual audience, but you ran them off, so you don't understand this audience, or and this is the prime example of it. It's like this show. I mean, as far